Okay, turn 1. When I look at the map, I need to set up the initial economy. So what we can see here are these kind of lines going from planet to planet, and these lines, actually what they mean is that which planets are connected, in the sense that from what planet it takes only one turn to travel to another if you've got the best transwarp engines. In the starbase we can see that there are the different tech levels, and the better tech level of the engine is, the farther you can travel in one turn with less fuel. If you have poor engines, you can try to overpower the engines. If you have, for example, tech level 5 engines, you can try to fly faster than what it built for, but it will cost so much fuel that it's not cost effective. But temporarily at many places it's a good trick. But what I do first is I will look at the area and try to make some kind of economic plan how to get another base and how to get as many planets into my area with as few ship moves as possible. And this is actually very tricky looking situation for me, because okay, from every player's home planet there are also only a certain amount of connections, but in order to get as many resources to one planet as possible, I would need to find some planets that have got many connections, and here the best place is over here, and I could fly there in 2 turns, but I would have to make this kind of movement if I want to stay hidden from other players. If my ship is in the open space, the other players can see it if they have something in 300 light years away from my ship. So when I'm planning how to get my initial economy moving up and running, I should try to get here. Yes, I believe so. That would be perhaps best place for another base. I also need to, as soon as possible, find all the natives from around here and bring a lot of colonists there and start to tax them. Anyway, for setting up the initial economy, for most players, the most races and most situations, the best thing to do first is to build a large deep space freighter. It's basically just a very big bucket where you can put lots of stuff in and fly to another planet. So I go to the starbase, I click here, I click the build ship, I select the hull, and from here I can see all the ship designs that my race has. I will click the large deep space freighter, which will look like this. Here we can see that the game is automatically raising the tech levels of the planet if I'm going to build this. So it's using mega credits in order to raise the tech limit. Here we can see that we have 10,000 mega credits on the planet. Okay, I want that, and I want transwarp engines to there, because, and then I will click OK, and then I click build, and now I'm building a large deep space freighter with transwarp engines. And next turn I will have this ship. The reason why I want to transwap engines is that I want to get here as fast as possible, and if we use the measurement tool, pressing M from the keyboard, we can see that this is exactly 81.1. I want to try to stay hidden, so I'm going to burn some fuel and fly from here to here. If I would just accept that you can all see me, I would fly directly there, but I try to play this game like I would play if this was a normal game. Okay, I'm building this last deep space freighter, and if I look, well, here it actually doesn't say anything about what's the distance, but from the guides and from how to play section of the page you can see how far you can fly with which engine decks. But usually the transwarp is the best. Okay, then that was what I'm going to do in the starbase. Then I'm going to use the ship medium deep space freighter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. So I will go here first, and then I will press down the shift key in the keyboard and press here. What happens now is that these are waypoints. This medium will fly first here and then here. I will load it with plans and supplies, and also some mecha credits. Let's take 300. Now I'm going to gamble a bit. Usually I would start to build some mines and build minerals as soon as possible from the nearest planets, but now I'm going to go here and put 100 factories there. I'm going to colonize this planet, and next the last deep space freighter will follow and build here the infrastructure that is needed, and then bring here clans, which this little ship, the medium deep space freighter, can then use to colonize these planets and set up mines there. That's what I'm planning to do. Okay, so now I've made the first move. I can set the set mission to Dark Sense. It's the special ability of the evil empire. If there would be in 200 light year radius, some other players would have colonized some planets, I could sense them with this ability. I could see them, but of course now it's just trivial information here. Then here you can see, because my face is in the way, but I've only got one thing left to do, is one planet need orders. And for the planet I will build as many factories as possible and as many mines as possible. And the reason is that I want aggressive initial growth. I want to get all the minerals out of the planet and build as many good ships as possible in order to create the first starting economy. I will also tax by clicking the clans here. I will set the tax rate to about -10, so I will get more money. And after that I will click done again. So that was the first turn. Tap again to confirm, and that was it. Now, if my actions raise some questions, please ask and I'll answer. Ask questions in the public activity feed or by sending me a message privately. But I advise you to use the public activity feed because I'm sure the other players are also wondering the same things. But let's hope some new mentees join the game still, and we can soon start and have a nice mentor game.